And good morning. I'm Carol Costello. Thanks so much for joining me. Donald Trump's rough weekend is all anyone is talking about. It totally overshadowed an interview with Hillary Clinton on Fox. In that interview, she addressed an FBI investigation into her private email server. When asked about the FBI director's characterization that Clinton was reckless or careless and negligent with classified information, this is how she responded.
Director Comey said that my answers were truthful and what I've said is consistent with what I have told the American people. That there were decisions discussed and made to classify retroactively certain of the emails. I was communicating with over 300 people in my emailing. They certainly did not believe and had no reason to believe that what they were sending was classified. What I believe is, number one, I made a mistake not using two different email addresses. I have said that, and I repeat it again today. It is certainly not anything that I ever would do again. I take classification seriously. I relied on and had every reason to rely on the judgments of the professionals with whom I worked.
So let's talk about this. Charmaine Yost is a former advisor to President Ronald Reagan and to former presidential candidate Mike Huckabee. And Bernard Whitman is author of 52 Reasons to Vote for Hillary. He's also a former Clinton pollster. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Okay, so Bernard, the debates are coming. Is it enough for Clinton to continue to say it was a mistake and I'll never do it again?
Well, I mean, that's not all she's been saying. This has been going on for over a year. She's made very, very clear that she made a mistake. She shouldn't have done it. If she knew now what she knew, if she knew then what she knew now, she never would have done it. I think that the FBI has fully investigated it. Congress has investigated it. The State Department has investigated it. I think that she made a mistake. She's come clean with the American people. And I think, frankly, we should move on and talk about some of the fundamental issues that are facing the country, the economy, foreign policy, health care, jobs, and the list goes on and on and on. All the Republicans have is this email gate, and they're going to continue to dredge it up.
Charmaine, how did you respond? I mean, what was going through your mind when you were listening to Hillary Clinton's response?
I thought this was classic Hillary, to dodge and weave and evade, and most importantly to spin and to reframe something by telling the American people that the FBI director said something he did not say. He said that she was terribly careless with American foreign policy secrets and classified material. He didn't exonerate her and say that she had said what she said. She told us that she didn't send classified material versus over email, and he said that she in fact did. You know, and frankly, we still have 30,000 emails that were wiped clean off of her system in a way that the FBI Director Comey said appeared to be, well, that were unretrievable forensically. So, you know, there's still a lot of questions among American people as to exactly what she did and how she did it and why she did it, and she's definitely whitewashing
and Bernard,
this.
I do think Charmaine is right about that. I've talked with many moderate Republicans who were thinking of voting Clinton until that email controversy hit full force again. Should she explain in detail why she made the decision to use her personal server?
I think that she's made, look, I don't really think it's that complicated. I think she said, you know what, I did it for ease, to carry one device. She didn't really think about it too much. Her predecessors had done it. The people in the State Department knew about it. And I think that she never imagined that it would cause all this concern that it has.
Bernard, that's the problem, is she should have imagined. She was the Secretary of State. She's the one, you know, that is responsible for all that happens and fails to happen. So for her to start saying and dodging and weaving and saying that it wasn't her fault, that was her job. That's her #1 job.
No, her job is not the CIO of the State Department. That's simply not true. Her job is not CIO of the State Department.
Her big part of her job is national security. You were talking earlier about the fact that we should be talking about fundamental issues. I completely agree. A fundamental issue is our national security. The fact that she has exposed to foreign countries our national secrets. People in the field who are in
There's no evidence of that.
Charmaine, there's no evidence of that. That she did that.
The FBI director said that
it was a good possibility
he
But
said,
he didn't say there was any evidence that
And
any
this goes to
classified
show-
This possibility
information
makes
got
me
to.
very. You have to wonder why anyone would join the CIA or go into clandestine service when we had a Secretary of State who was, as he said, careless with classified material. It's very concerning as an American citizen looking at voting for her, putting her, giving
This
her
is
the
exactly-
access of the presidency of the United States.
Okay,
when she
Bernard,
has
last
shown
word, then I gotta
bad
go.
judgment.
The last thing the Republicans want to do is talk about their nominee because he attacks the American people, he degrades the parents of fallen soldiers, and no one will come to his defense, which is why the only thing the Republicans have to talk about is Hillary Clinton's email server. I think at the end of the
Well, that's
day,
you
Americans
dodging
will
and
actually vote
changing the subject.
for Hillary Clinton and excuse that one mistake.
All right, I got to leave it there. Bernard Whitman, Charmaine
Thanks,
Yost,
Carol.
thanks to both of you.